When it comes to cosmetic surgery, our next guest knows a thing or two, or 52. In fact, Cindy Jackson is a world record holder.
Starting 23 years ago, she's had no fewer than 52 procedures. She spent $100,000 along the way, having everything from breast surgery to work on her nose and hands, and even knee liposuction. And Cindy Jackson now joins us live from London. Good morning to you, Sydney. Now, Cindy, I should say. Now, briefly, if you can run us through perhaps some of the procedures that you had, probably not all of them because we are off air at 10 o'clock. Some of the most major ones.
I had my nose done twice, my eyes done twice, 5 facelifts, breast augmentation, liposuction from my waist to my knees, lip augmentation. I had cheek implants, my chin and jaw bones reduced, chemical peels. I always leave a few out because I can't remember them all. Laser resurfacing, which I wouldn't really recommend. Chemical peels are better. Dermal fillers, and let's see, just really, some of those things were repeated, like cosmetic dentistry, more and more fillers because the fillers are temporary. I never recommend people have permanent fillers because they can go badly wrong.
Cindy, this has obviously become quite a hobby or an obsession. What made you start? I mean, were you unhappy with the way you looked?
I was an art student back in the 70s, and I did learn about classic proportion and what makes a person look attractive, and I realized that I didn't have any of these attributes. So when I had a chance to change the way I looked facially and with my body as well, I decided to start having surgery. I was left with a small inheritance. And the first thing I did was to start to change my body. So I couldn't draw, I couldn't paint, I couldn't sculpt, yet I was fascinated by art. And then I began to realize that my true calling with art was to remake myself and to also advise others on how they also can make the best of their looks and to look more attractive.
Cindy, did you start out by just thinking, I'm just going to have 1 or 2 procedures, and then it sort of progressed from there? Or how did it come about?
Well, because I wanted a total remake, and this is before anybody had ever done this. It was because I had more than one thing wrong with me, technically. My eyes were very baggy and tired looking. I had a big nose, I had a big chin, I had baggy thighs, fat knees, flat chest, no waistline. I had so much that I believed could be fixed with surgery. I was actually spoiled for choice on where to begin.
Cindy, those things that you have just described, whilst they may be deviations from the classical ideal, the classical aesthetic ideal, many wouldn't consider them, of course, to be problems that need fixing or flaws in any way. So many people would ask you, you know, why is it that we feel compelled to measure up to this classical ideal?
I don't think everyone does, and a good deal of my friends don't have surgery. They would never consider it. It's just my thing. I was an artist who had nowhere to go with my aesthetic refinements. So I took it in this direction. People have cosmetic surgery every day all over the world, and a lot of people don't get very good results. So this is part of my mission, and also it does apply to people who have congenital defects and need reconstructing after accidents. A lot of things are learned through people like me who are having surgery to look better, to make these people also put their lives back together. Who knows, it could be any of us who would benefit from this surgery if we have a child who needs this help, or if we have an accident ourselves.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Cindy, for joining us this morning. Just a footnote there, Cindy's actually a member of Mensa, so she's a very smart lady.
Indeed. Intellectually very clever.